Hello, Serge here from the back porch. I recently did a daily on regripping, and I'm going to stay on that subject because I think it's a good one. And now this time I have some really good comments about how some of you all helped cure the problem. I have two things I'm going to read today. One is from Steve Smith responding to the person that Paul that put in the first comment about and question about regripping. And he says, "Hi Paul, last year I had a case of the regrips. I feel your pain because it was awful. All it was in my case was that in trying to get the club vertical and not understanding the best way to do it, I was trying to take the club head to the top of the swing in one straight line." So I think he was kind of going up like that, and he wasn't rotating enough, getting it over the toe line and going up, but it goes up in a smooth arc. That's what I'm guessing from this. This caused my mind and or body to know that something was seriously flawed in my mechanics, and I kept regripping no matter how hard I tried not to. I even put a rubber band around my right thumb and first finger in practice to make it almost impossible to regrip. Desperate times call for desperate measures. The real funny thing is that it actually worked and made me hit a little bit better shots. Again, open your mind up and figure out what maybe can help you. It did nothing to fix the root of the problem, however. All it took for the real problem to be fixed was to watch videos of Robert F. So I guess Robert F. is on a blog, and I think you can put your videos on there, and I've seen where if you click on somebody's name, it'll bring up a video if he puts one up there. So I think that's what he did. And he said, Robert F. swing, and then a light bulb went off, and I realized that the very thing I was doing to try to get vertical was causing me to never get there. At that time, Robert F. was exaggerating this early move to the toe line with the club head that I needed to copy before going vertical. I'm assuming that he's talking about rotating into the catcher's mitt, toe up, and then you just keep lifting up the tree to 3/4 limited turn vertical club at 12 o'clock. I've noticed since then that his early move to the toe line and mine as well isn't as exaggerated and looks closer to what Don does. I guess Don, he's referring to me. Of course, his swing is still about 2 steps in front of mine and probably always will. So he saw something and started doing a move that was somewhat exaggerated from what he was doing. He got a better picture in his mind, and Steve did, and did that. And right after Steve wrote that, Robert Mead came in and said, "Steve, the whole idea of exaggerating the critical move is actually brilliant. It is helping me too. When I swing, it feels exaggerated trying to get vertical, but when I was videoed by my wife, I have seen that what I feel is happening is not. So more exaggeration is needed until it begins to feel normal." Okay? And I know a while back, I think I did a video where Robert Mead introduced the fact that he has his wife videotape him and he looks at it, and I commented how good videos are. So again, it helps him, and he's videotaping fairly regularly so that he can keep seeing, is he doing what he thinks is happening, and if it isn't, what does he need to do to make happen what he wants to happen. Hope you all followed that one. And the key is that as both of these gentlemen have stated, both Steve and Robert, they are having to exaggerate what they want to do to get in the feeling of it, to get exactly what they want. So they know the position they want to go to, but if they don't exaggerate it, it doesn't get there. And like I've always said, in my mind, when I swing in the catcher's mitt and up the tree, I'm actually feeling like I'm swinging straight up and down and swinging in a circle in front of my body. Even though I know when I'm up here, I'm a little inside, I just feel like it's up here and I'm swinging straight up and down, just like that. And so, like I say, I can give you all the setup fundamentals, I can give you the swing fundamentals, but somehow, some way, y'all have to find what in your mind's eye, the pictures in your mind, and the feeling of what your muscles are doing to make that swing, you have to wrap those around to give you what you want. You can check your swing out on the shadow, looking at your shadow. If you think your swing is 3/4 and you stand right here, like right now my shadow is right in front of me because the sun's right back here, I can get up here and I can see that my club is where it's at. It's up here. It's not over here. And so many times, many of you have said, hey, I'm really longer. When I saw it, I'm really longer than what I thought it was. I'm turning more than I thought I was. So you can use your shadow. You can use swinging in front of a window or a mirror, and actually ultimately get somebody to film you. So the key is, again, open your minds, take the fundamentals, and you have to turn them into mental pictures that the mind triggers the right muscles to do the right things so that you can end up having the swing you want. But it's all about those pictures creating the right feelings, and sometimes we have to have exaggerated feelings to get what we want. So don't be scared to go a little wild and crazy and exaggerated, but check it out to make sure it isn't going really too wild and crazy. It's within the parameters of what's going to make a good surge swing so that you can hit the ball more solid, straight, and longer and shoot those lower scores. Well, that's it for the Surge for today, and I'll be talking to you all again soon.